Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I thank you very much for the support. It's very much appreciated. Doing a Taurus reading, whether you are a Taurus or somebody else is a Taurus, I do not know. But what I got here straight away is maybe somebody has been making fun of your hard times. Making fun of your finances or something, I don't know. Maybe you experienced being homeless and maybe this person's making fun of it. I hope not, because, you know, it can happen very easily. But maybe you've told bits and pieces of your experience of being in the Five of Pentacles and someone thinks it's funny. Don't laugh at other people's misfortunes, because you never know if you will end up in that situation or even worse. So we've got cyber, I don't know if you can see it, if it's cut off or not. Cyberbully. So this is someone who watches what you post online and they make fun of it. We've got the Three of Wands here. Talks of travel. It also gives me a watching vibe. So somebody's watching you or watched you go through something and they think it's funny. The Five of Pentacles literally can talk of homelessness or struggling financially. And then we've got the Queen of Swords here, which Queen of Swords, she speaks truth. So maybe you have been talking about your experiences, possibly about how you had to sleep rough. Got two fours here. That's interesting. Oh, Queen of Pentacles behind that. Two fours can represent a warning, an emergence of order. We've also got giving money here. Child services. There you are, blocking everyone. You don't give a shit. Well, you shouldn't give a shit. Don't worry about what people say. They didn't have to walk in your shoes, did they? So, let's see what else we need to know about this. Earth signs. Maybe you're a Taurus who's making fun of somebody else's misfortune. Or maybe you're going through a hard time and someone's making fun of you. I don't know. Put yourself where you fit. Sorry, I get a bit Queen of Swords about this because it hits close to home. Separation. This person doesn't realise what you went through and what you had to separate from. Or how you even ended up in the Five of Pentacles. It was 4:34 when I looked up at the clock. Could be relevant. In denial at the fact that it could happen to anybody. Especially in the economy we are facing right now. You know, record numbers of homeless people, not enough houses, confused. Maybe because they don't know the full story. Trash at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Shut up. Don't go talking shit about things you don't know about. Unless you've come to ask. Bitch. Page of Wands. Yeah, good news, see? Look at you, getting some kind of satisfaction of the fact that you went through hard times. Nasty. What else do we need to know here? Fool. Sideways. Yeah, don't be stupid. Stupidity, carelessness. Oh, you can't end up homeless. How do people even end up homeless? Naive. You've got no idea. 10 of Pentacles. Why didn't they just ask their parents for money? Why didn't they ask their family for money? Maybe she did. And maybe they said no. It's like somebody thinks that they are better than you because you went through this. Maybe they are. I don't know. Let's hope you are never in the same situation, whoever you are. What else do we need to know here? King of Pentacles. Maybe you did ask a King of Pentacles for a bit of money and they said no. Well, they actually said, why should we? If you want to get technical. Yeah. And maybe you didn't want to drag your kids around with you. Maybe that's why you left them with their dad for a little while until you got back on your feet and then didn't realise that he was just going to ignore all attempts to get back in contact with them. If you must know. Oh, I'm getting pissed. Knight of Swords in reverse. Left behind. Rude and hurtful. Yeah. Maybe you were met with a rude and hurtful answer to your request for a bit of money. And you were like, well, fuck you guys. And then you ended up homeless. Ace of Cups in reverse. Feeling unloved. Feeling invisible. Hello, Bear. I just heard on the TV. It could be relevant. Do you know my mum's nickname from my dad was actually Bear? What else do I need to know here? The Lovers. No, maybe you were stupid and in a relationship that you thought was with your twin flame. Like I said, the twin flame journey can be very dangerous, especially if you aren't right mentally. Especially if you're going through hard times and about to lose your home. Then you've only got this twin flame to go to, so you end up chasing them. World in reverse. You didn't know what was going to happen. Lack of success. Disappointment. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was very disappointing. Not only was it disappointing finding out that this wasn't a twin flame, it was also disappointing finding out that your family didn't really give a shit about where you slept and how they kind of just, meh, why should we? Why should we help her out? Five of Cups in reverse. All right then, I'll move on, I'll move forward. Even though I got nowhere to go, it was a sudden unexpected change, but you know, it is what it is. What else are you going to do? What else? Devil, yeah, tricked by the devil. That is why I try and tell people about the dangers of a twin flame journey. Mental health issues, yes. Definitely didn't help. Wasn't thinking straight. Probably don't also realise that I was dealing with parents who didn't really like their children mingling or talking with other people. You know, toxic enmeshment. I try and talk about that too. If you're wondering why I didn't go back and grovel, Queen of Cups, I'm fucking telling you. But I grew from it. Figured out he ain't shit. Threw him to the curb. Chucked him out in the trash. And then went into this Queen of Cups mode. You know, maybe wondering why I'm a bit Queen of Swords. You learn a lot when you go through a lot. Boom, that intuition bounced right up in there. Figured out you're dealing with the devil. Twin flame journeys are basically a scam. He's psychic. But sometimes you have to go through the Five of Pentacles to awaken to the truth. In case you were wondering, that people could always reach out and ask, but they don't. They just sit behind their screens and make assumptions and bag out for being on the streets. Not knowing what happened. I also care very much about my children, but seeing as I lost my phone and lost all contact numbers and emails and everything, I have no way to get in contact with anybody and nobody has reached out to me. And in case you were wondering, I have tried the legal way too, so... Oh, yeah, I'm getting pissed off. Don't go making fun of other people's bad luck. You see, I could also go into the fact that when I thought this person was my twin flame, I didn't know, well, I basically didn't know what a devil they were, and that I was actually tying myself to their bad karma because he was actually in the Five of Pentacles when we first started talking to each other. But I didn't know. I believed the sob story. Be very careful. Especially if you've made fun of people online. Any hoots? Hopefully this helps. Take it as it resonates. And let's hope you never have to go through this to get to this.